G'day, mate. Welcome to back to Factorio with me, JD. Nope, I need to switch that to on, off. I need to switch that so it stops launching rockets. No, you're filtered. So if I switch that to on, you should stop filtering. Yes. Okay. So first things first, is disable rocket launchers. Second thing I need to do is I'm actually going to turn that one off, because even with our upgrades to moving around our science packs from that box to that box, we can see that one's got 110. The new one we put in already has 94. We're actually still buffering science quicker than I can spend it. Yeah, that's a problem. Obviously I need to make purple science go faster, and then somehow possibly make maybe a new science build, a whole new science base to speed things up. The other thing I need to do is, you can see we're short on protection fields. Protection fields are run by this little guy who has no low density structures. Oh, hang on. I picked up some low density structures for him manually. Come on. There we go. Cleared out my inventory. He has no low density structures, because when we fix steel, we import steel here and we import steel here. But this is one of our steel lines off to low density structures, which means we're not producing as many low density structures, and those we are producing, yellow science is stealing most of them. So I need to make sure I keep my patterning, but I also need to change this steel so it imports before this point. So we're going to move that down. Put that in there. And there. At the same time, you're actually a little bit of blue belt. We're not going to have that blue belt. We're going to have purple belt. We're going to have purple belt all the way. And bring our plastic and our steel into our low density structures and speed that back all the way up, I hope. Same time, that little bit of red belt can go away, because I don't like red belt. And hopefully that'll fix our low density structure problem. I do think that just because the sheer amount of low density structures that we need, either I need to start taking these low density structures and bring them into the bus, or possibly find some copper, some iron to make into steel, and some oil to make into plastic with a bit of coal, and make a giant low density structure build similar to this one in the base somewhere, and then have that output to the bus. This is already using productivity module 6s, so it's about as good as it's gonna get. So yeah, that's an option as well. Something I need to look for in the future. You can have an upgrade, because you just look odd not having productivity 6s. And hang on. You're all occasionally running, occasionally using my steel. You can also have productivity 6s. So if we get one of these done, which I'm willing to bet just got done, protection field, and I throw that in there, that'll launch off that rocket. That'll give us rocket number 211, which you're still set to on, which is off, which means you're not launching great. Come on, where's rocket 211? Go. Done. Which means I need to switch that on, and then switch that off, which will get another supporter rocket done, which means I need to come back up here. Now, previously, we launched Galtor. Now, Galtor is actually a Twitch subscriber. So, what I want to do is I want to put Sunken in as my newest launch, but I also want to move Galtor from a Twitch subscriber, well, from the Patreon list to a Twitch subscriber list. Now, I chose copper plates because they're sort of the closest color I have to matching the Patreon like logo and everything else. And I'd love to use like even blue circuits. Blue circuits is probably the closest one I have to the like purplish color of Patreon, but unfortunately I don't have any way of making these text plates out of blue circuits. I know there is a mod there that does do it, but either it doesn't exist anymore or it's not updated at 18 or something. So I'll look at changing that over in the later time. Right at the moment, I'm going to use steel plates because I can. And we're going to move Galtor over to this side as the very first words. The very first Twitch subscriber, and then I'm going to put Sunken over here as a Patreon supporter. So, with that said and done, we're ready to go for this episode. This whole week is about first world problems. And first world problem for this week is we've had not enough science, we've had enough rocket control units. Technically, we also have not enough low density structures. I'm going to actually turn you on and then you off. The other first world problem I'm going to cover this week is probably my sheer lack of modules still. I've had lots of you in the comments saying like put down beacon 3s everywhere, put down productivity modules everywhere. I'm actually just going to go from top of my list. There we go. We're going to do admin. I'll put down his name in a second. Oh, and who was that? Blake Stanley. Not Stanley Blade. Blake Stanley. Blake Stanley it also has received his SubX rocket. We're going to flick you back to off, so you go back to launching. Hit auto launch for that one. Grab that name. And oops, without the W. And put admin. It's only got it's 1091. That one goes away. Okay, done. So we're gonna call that's it for these rockets. They're done. I need to rush off to the previous project we were working on, which of course was, turn that back on, it was walk through all this mess. Actually, no, the other thing I need to do is our solar field is finished upgrading. 6.1 gigawatts out of 1.5k solar panels. So I want to go into, you'll do, we're going to go from 4 to 5, 4 to 5, and no, I'm going to do them all. No, we'll do one at a time. Yeah, I can leave those upgraded together. They'll upgrade at least partially. Are you launching or not? Oh, you are launching. Okay, everything clicks up except the protection fields. We're going to jump in our lovely train and go down to our lovely new outpost, which the train doesn't fit in, which I haven't fixed. Passenger present, passenger not present. Okay, and that one can go away. So we need to go back to this project. This project, this week's, like I said, all about first world problems. The first world problem we have is not nearly enough modules. So the idea is to get this base up and running, probably making those speed 6s. Because we have been using productivity 6s everywhere. They count for more than the speed 6s do. Speed 6s are obviously important. Yeah, it's never going to fit. Speed 6s are obviously super, super important, super, super critical. But what a speed 6 does that a productivity doesn't. So a speed 6 makes a existing build run faster. That's really what it does. So as we saw with these upgrades, like, we got to cut a little bit off the length of our smelter. But it didn't change really this. upgrading to the faster beacons, which inherently gave them more speed. It didn't change any of this build. It didn't change anything down here. It did mean that these guys now we had to output onto two sides of the belt, which complicates things slightly. If I upgrade all these smelters, which are still running Prod Mod 3s to 6s, it means I could vastly cut down the size of the smelter, number one. But at the same time, like if I upgraded these, if these had Prod 3s in them and upgraded them to 6s, it would change the ratio between the machines. It'd change how much they put out. It'd change a lot of things. So it's actually easy to make sure I have like the correct productivity in the case of like everything here, except you. Do you run? Inputs, outputs, and we do. Except like you know, it's actually a lot easier to have the correct productivity in a lot of these builds first, because it doesn't change things too much. Upgrading the speeds basically means I can cut builds down in size. So yeah, for this, well, for right now, what I want to do is dump a whole lot of stuff into here. Yeah. And probably those as well. And probably those as well. Cool. Alright, and turn that back on. So what I want to do is I'm going to make sure I have the right amount of the right amount of the correct productivity modules first, and then later on I can come back, upgrade things to speed modules like all these beacons, etc., to speed modules if I want, and just cut down on the length of the smelter. You're good, you're going. You're good, you're going. These are all going to need changes, but first off, we sort of left this half built. And it's still going to be half built because I don't have the modules to get this stuff up and running. But we do know that this outputs 23. And we know from this red circuit build up here that this needs 23. And we know for every one build up here, I need one build of green circuits. We can see I have 3 lanes of red circuits, which is obviously what I've calculated to run, hopefully, this build in entirety. Did I just deconstruct that? I don't want to deconstruct that. I want to cut that. And I want to put it up here. Yes. So I want to take my 3 builds of green circuits, run them into my 3 builds of red circuits, which should be enough to run this. I don't know if it's going to be enough to run this and the blue circuits. That's a later problem for JD to work out. And unfortunately, a lot of this build is going to be full of later problems for me to work out. Purely because I don't have all the speed 6s to put in all the things to run max rate over them to calculate how much is this speed 6 build will require. And of course, when I upgrade this to faster modules, in theory it's going to need more, and I don't think I'm going to be able to feed it more, so it just means I'll probably be able to cut back the overall length of the build. I don't think I can be in a situation where I can actually calculate that properly. So yeah, we're going to paste this down. Something like this. Come on. Half your modules are now missing. That's unfortunate. Okay. You can go away. We're gonna copy that. From there to there. I'm going to paste it. Yeah, I know. Inventory is full. 1, 2, 3. Alright, paste it back down with the modules because that's sort of important. As long as my big train's there, it stops these little trains stealing whatever's in storage because I probably want all those things in storage, funnily enough. Okay, we're going to change over robots. pick up all the normal bots. Okay, go back to Competrons because these guys are all charging again. We play bot pickup. And should be good to go. Okay, so that's got that mostly rebuilt. Now I want to take green circuits in here. And then plastic's got to go in the other side. Same story here. I want to take green circuits in. Now I wish the whole build got moved down. Sure, we've already moved it twice. What's the third time? Go drones. Okay, that obviously goes in there instead. That green circuit belt goes in there. That green circuit belt. Now I want to move it down even further. Okay, third time's a charm. Cut. That can go here instead. Can I please? Thank you. Ugh. Okay, so that goes in there. You're gonna go in there. Okay, you're gonna go in there instead. That can go away. And you're gonna go in there. Okay. Yeah, swap over the robots. Get the ones that are actually quick at building, out building. Okay, so let's move that for the third time. That should be in place. That should make us reasonably happy. Yes, there's bits missing, but the normal bots should finish that off. Okay, so next thing I want to do is I want to upgrade these. So I want to move that over tile. I want to copy that, paste that on there, copy that and paste that on there because I'm going to want a little bit more production out of this because you make 33 stacked copper cable per second. You use 7, 14, and then 2 more would be 28. You produce 33. So that's plenty because I want to try and have you run 4 lots of copper smelting. We only need 3 to run our green circuits. But I also need to run copper to run purple circuits. Not purple circuits. I need more copper to run red circuits. That's the words I'm looking for. We're going to need an underground through there with another splitter in there. So that's those 3 iron running. That's that 1 copper running. Red circuits are going to need, if we scroll all the way up here, and we run max rate over one of these, you need 13. So it's 13, that's 26, that's 39 copper plate per second. And you output how much? 10. Okay. Squeeze use that as close as I can. That's 10. That's 20. That's 30. That's too many. Okay, first off, move you up there. Move you across here because you actually cut off our beacons. Paste them. You're missing. Actually, all of these are missing a beacon on the end. So we're going to put a beacon on the end. Then I'm going to bring my copper through. Yes, about that. You're 1 dial too close. One, two, three. There. So that means that copper's got to come along to there, and then I'm going to have to split it at least once. That's the end aim, to just split it once. That belt doesn't belong. That belt. What? Why is this belt in here? I'm guessing I slipped when I blueprinted it down. Go away, go away, go away. Just the belt, please. Actually, I should use a filter decon planer. That way you just walk all the way along. Nope, because it doesn't exist at that end. Okay. You are going to be underground. That substation is going to go in there instead. You're going to go straight through. That substation is going to go away. We'll put one there. Okay, so I'm aiming for 39 copper. And you're doing 10. But if I put in productivity 6s, now I know I said if I put in speeds, I can cut builds back. If I put in productivities, I can also cut builds back. I can also get more output. And that's something the speeds let me do as well. That takes me up to 13. I'm really aiming for 20. Well, 19. 19. That's 17. Okay, 17 is not enough still. If I put another one on the end. How you feeling now? 19. 19 and 19 would be 30 something neat. Okay, let's copy that. Let's remove that. Put that there instead. And you know what? I've got room. So I'm going to put one there and one there. Which is probably heading towards overkill categories. 20 and 20 is 40. That'll do. That'll do. Honestly, that'll do. I might have an issue with input for copper cable. Oh, copper... that thing? That thing? Because that thing outputs 33. And I'm using... After you filter through... You... And you... If I run over the whole thing... I'm inputting 39. You make 3. See, if I move this... Actually, if I just do that, and then I do that, and that, that technically solves the problem. 39. Done. Okay, so I'm definitely inputting enough copper to get compressed copper plate. My compressed copper plate needs to... Compressed copper plate needs to go into these 3 machines and these 3 machines. So we're going to take this straight across to here. I'm going to split them there, and I'm going to leave that because that one looks like a nightmare. This one should be way easier. It should involve a splitter and a splitter. That should be it done. That's going to have one of those. That's going to go away. That's going to go away. That's going to have one of those. That's going to go away. Done. Okay, that one's easy. This one, a little bit more tricky. I have to bring that up to there, then wish everything was one tile further over. Then put a tile there with one of those, with that goes away. With actually not that hard. That goes away. And one of them. Okay, why do none of you have power? Let me guess. Power was in the next row down of the blueprint. Okay, we'll put a substation in there. A substation there. One here. Cool. So, apart from the fact you're missing all your modules, so you're running really, really slow, we have red circuits technically not at all running. Actually, they need plastic. Okay. Plastic. Comes from coal. You saw nothing. So those go away, those go away, those go away. That all goes away. That goes away. That goes away. And then that goes away. And then we go output, output, input, input, output, input. Okay. Oh. You've got scraps of iron in you. So it's stopping them firing up. Okay. We clean out the scraps of iron. You'll start giving us heaps of coal, which we're going to run down to here to our little oil build. Now, first things first, we're going to need with an oil build, we're going to need power. One there. One. Oh. Really? There. One there. One there. Power pole to join the two together. We're all good. Okay. You don't line up with the oil. Okay. This is one of the problems you come with oil. Because of the blueprint, oil either is in the bottom left or the top right. It means when blueprinting anything that includes pump jacks, it doesn't work well. So, you guys are really confused. Little, yep, compatrons. Okay. You line up, you line up, you line up. You don't line up. Oil goes in that side. Which means that has to go there. You're going to be the exact same. You're not going to line up. So we're going to copy that and paste it there. So if I rotate it that way, you can see that obviously doesn't work. Yep. Yep. Like, I have no idea why pump jacks only output on two corners. It's a weird thing. It's a thing that only happens inside Factorio. But, yep, we just accept it and move on, I think. You go there. Okay, you line up, you line up. Research is finished. I'm actually going to do these two purely because they're really big researchers, and I'm really hoping we catch up on the amount of... Yeah, no, I'm really hoping we can spend space science faster than we're getting space science. Okay, you also don't line up. You also don't line up. So I need that blueprint, which will now work in this orientation. Cool. Boom, 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 boom. You're all happy. You're all happy. Okay. So I want to get plastic. Okay, plastic goes down like that. All of that goes away. All of that goes away. All of that goes away. Same story. We're just going to give you a dead straight line because it's just going to make my life easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. Okay, I like that. I like that. I like having 5. 5 on one side of a belt. Then we can do 5 on the other side of the belt. Okay, delete that, done. Okay, and then same story here, except you're going this direction. That goes away, you go there, that goes away. Yep, you can go that a direction. You can go away, and you can go away, and you can be fed straight up to there. You're a tile shot. Remove that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, then that brings the problem of coal. Coal needs to go into here to start with a splitter, because the other half is all right there. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. Coal, we'll bring the coal in. We'll just trash all that. Okay, so it's going to get coal to here, at which point I need to get coal to there. Which point I need to get coal... Oh yeah, sure. Into there. Okay. That beacon touches both of them. Okay. We've technically saved ourselves a speed module. They're only speed module 3s. They're not even worth worrying about. Nope, you still won't fit. Oh, really? Ha! Now you reach perfectly fine. Okay, and then my other half of my core line needs to go through these. So we're going to start with you guys, which that didn't help at all. Okay, you need to be there, and that's the best we're going to get. So we're going to technically lose a tiny bit of baking coverage to get coal into here. Then we need to get coal into here, which just needs to move down a tile, which is very awkward with the limited amount of space that I have, but we'll work it out. Reverse that. You are going to pop out the other side. That's easy. I like easy. Belt. Goes to loop there to there. To there. To... I didn't actually even look at how much coal I need. I'm hoping it's enough. Okay, you output to there, who inputs to there. Same story, we'll just put a awesome zigzag in there. Actually, I don't need a zigzag, I can just side load it. It's only one lane anyway. Where was the other spot I put in a zigzag? Right there. No zigzags. Side load. Cool. Alright. And you can have a belt. Okay. Actually, I calculate up. How much you need 17 coal? Well, we've got that down pat and we're outputting 80. Damn! That's gonna mean you have to be purple belt, you have to be purple belt. I have no idea how far back we have to purple belt. We're just gonna do that much just to make sure. Same story here, we're just gonna do that much in purple belt. Okay. And then plastic needs to go in there with a blue circuit build in the way. That we don't even know if that's where the blue circuit build's going to live, but all we do know is it's in the way. You know what? It's probably easier to take things over there. And hold down shift and run north. Okay, so I need to face you that way. Put in, you can go away, you can go away. Oh, we're still, oh. The bot's not emptying my inventory because they're full. And storage is full and somebody parked a train in the way. Yeah, about that. We're gonna put in a splitter with... I don't like that curve. You go there. You go there. All that can go away. Oh. Crap. I'm going to like this one even less. And this one even less. Wrong button. Completely the wrong button. Yeah, I don't like any of these curves. Okay. Oh, it's plastic. If I fill... Oh, there's the plastic. Okay, so that's running, that's running, that's running. Yeah, I need more modules. I need more modules. I need to get the train that's parked in the way out of the way. Okay, let's go look at storage. Yeah, all that can actually be trashed. Alright, we're going to jump in our train. We're going to go back to base. I'm going to call this episode here. I need to go back to base and pick up some more module 6 in network number 1. There's 38 and 97. Not a lot. In the meantime, we do need to thank Riffy for Fernera, Todd, Mancini, Andrew, Bompas, Sheriff, Simpson Phillips, Fabio, Tatsch, MS, Sabalinian for Diz, Luxy Lenhart, Codemaster 28. Codemaster is a, I want to say a Twitch subscriber, but I'm not sure. Or has been a Twitch subscriber. Jason Mertz. Codemaster is definitely a duplicate. That much I remember. Justin Mertz. Who else we got? Highvector and Rhys, Davison. And that's it. So all your intergalactic spaceships are on their way. Thank you so much for clicking that subscribe button. In the meantime, I'm going to probably let the game run a little bit to actually have some modules, because we basically need to have the rest of the Speed 6s done, at least for this build. It probably wouldn't hurt for this build, so we can actually run the maths on them. So we can actually move forth and progress. And it turns out I need some more purple belt delivered down here, which is funny because it doesn't get delivered down here. So I need to manually go down there with more modules, more belt. Meanwhile, you're delivering. Where is the module train? The module train is going back. So, modules wise, MOD, whatever the train you delivered has already been used. Yep, we're pretty much using everything as fast as we can get it. And got plenty of Prodmon 6s, but not many Prom speeds. And you're already doing more speeds than anything else, so it's pretty much it. It's sort of a little bit of a waiting game. But either way, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to end the episode before that makes the space. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. All right, bye.